Hello, hello. Welcome to the late night talks with romantic developers. Today we have 162 number of our series. So welcome, welcome. These days we are working on things for AI to help us start a conversation. So it's called discussion starters. Of course, it's rather monologue starters because, yeah, it's not about, 1 second, it's not about mm, discussion because right now our AI could only ask question, but it couldn't respond us or ask a question based on context of what we are talking. It would be the next step, but right now it's just discussion starter. And we could try to execute it. But before we will try to execute it, just to start our communication, probably we could slightly change the prompt because I don't like that prompt a lot. So we have discussion starters as a prompt and you're a content strategist. Okay. Please craft a set of questions to help start a discussion in the next live stream. The question should be divided into a few categories and probably we could ask reflection news related question. Engaging and open-ended. Please add some fun or humor if it could be in place. Okay, may that let's say fun, maybe humor, humorous, challenging, provide about a question. Okay, engage with the host. Don't repeat questions which are answered or covered before. Please provide links if you asking question about recent news. General or AI. Reflections. So, okay, so that one reflection or news related questions. Please choose what is more important in worst case in if both topics are engaging. Please ask two questions in this category. Focus on personal reflections in previous streams. Ask a follow-up question or news mentioned on news. And produce fun engage have been asked before. Some context is good. Please include links in this case. Okay, technical question. From the last streams and supported by insights from previous streams, produce a technical question or challenge or some idea which can be answered, addressed, covered, or answered in previous streams. In previous streams. Make it clever. And the last point would be exciting AI news discussion. Summarize the AI news, the most recent and engage and engaging cool AI news. Choose the most recent engaging cool AI news. And ask what the host think about these developments or other question. Note, host could be unaware of reason. Please provide a quick context before asking any specific question. Please provide links in case of external content. Okay, so let's try to use that prompt. It's still not very different from what we had before, but at least it could provide, yeah, slightly better coverage. We have important AI news in the past 24 hours. Important word news in the past 24 hours. Previous stream. Summaries of older streams. Previous stream full transcript in text form. Okay. Okay. So looks good. To test that, we will still could use our notebook. We created IP y and b file, which means I something I forgot what's mean I Python notebook. And we could just say that we want to access the last 6 streams and look for news in the past 24 hours in general and AI categories and produce some questions. So it's just looking for the last 6 live streams from YouTube. We don't have a lot of informational here. So debugging strings or info strings. So we just see last 6 stream and then the answer. So we could copy output, go to the questions, paste it, and let's see what we have here. So we go to preview, maybe increase the size, and let's look. Set of engaging questions for your next live stream organized in the requested categories. And reflection news related questions. So we have 2 news related questions. And one is Trump and with Biden on death penalty communication. Recently, former President Donald Trump has expressed interest in undoing some of President Joe Biden's death penalty commutations. This spread that has sparked significant debate across the political landscape. Question: with the recent developments where Donald Trump is attempting to reverse some of Joe Biden's death penalty commutations, How do you think these actions impact the justice system and public perception of presidential power? Do you believe that more will influence future policies on capital punishments? So let's just open any link very quickly. Mm, it's opened link here, which is fine. So what we could see, so we see the next thing said. Looks like Joe Biden pardons some of the inmates which has a death penalty, and instead it's replaced with some less hard, harsh um conditions. And of course, looks like it's not so easy to undo, at least for them. It looks like it's quite a lot, so it's only three left. Mm, Again, I don't think death penalty should exist, even for the worst crimes. I believe it should be some other type of punishment, like, I mean, people's life, it's creation of, I don't know, of nature, of God, of something much more complex, much more, with much more wisdom than we are. We couldn't recreate humans without like process supported by nature. I don't think we should ever take lives, um, even worse, uh, for worse actions. Instead, of course, those people should be removed from society, but I'd better let them do some work. And of course, it shouldn't be hidden. It shouldn't be a secret, the work they're doing. It should be work for good of others. I mean, it could be, yeah, a lot of things. Could be cleaning of some debris in the nature, or yeah. So it's a lot of possible work. Of course, it requires some effort rather than just go and kill that person. Yeah, I believe we should understand that the sentence it's not the best of human creations. So I'm not really worried that Biden couldn't or that Trump couldn't reverse it because I don't think it's right, and I don't like the idea to expand this penalty to more type of more type of mm, bad actions, not involving even killing, direct killing. So yeah, it's my so yeah, it would be my answer on that topic. Okay, let's look on some technical question. Optimizing a model integration for content creation. In the previous streams, you discussed integration large language models like Llama 3.2 or 3.3 into your content creation tools, space intelligence, considering the challenge of running large models locally due to high memory requirements. What innovative strategies or optimization could we explore to enhance real-time content generation without needing massive hardware upgrades? Maybe leveraging model pruning or distributed computing? It's a good question. I'm not that technical to answer it, but we could ask some of our models. Let's copy context in question. Let's go to our chat. You could even ask us, ask two models the same question. Looks like it's not healthy. Let's use the question here and lose the question here. So of course, O1 is much faster. Quantization. Reduce the numeric precision of weights from 16-bit floats to 8-bit or 4 bits. Benefits lowers the memory footprint and speed up interface. Trade-off potentially slight drop in model accuracy, but careful fine-tuning can mitigate it. Browning idea: remove redundant or less important weights on neurons. Make models smaller, faster, can degrade model quality if done too aggressively. Knowledge distillation. Train a smaller student model to mimic the output of larger teacher model. Achieves near teacher performance with fewer parameters. Trade-off requires an initial training phase. Of course, we need to run teacher model, which also go us to that resource-intensive work. Distributed and parallel interface model sharding. Idea: split the large model parameter across multiple GPU on nodes in a cluster. Okay, network communication. Pipeline parallelism: break model into sequential parts, each handled by a different GPU or server in the pipeline. Micro-batching: process smaller mini batches in parallel across multiple devices. Keep GPU on high utilization if you can't feed the entire model batch in one device. You need to manage data splitting. Okay. Mixture of experts. Specialized model demands cloud offloading, cache and response reuse, runtime environments. So putting it all together, start with distilled to quantized models, employ caching strategically, scale up with distributed interface and monitor and optimize continuously. Okay, it's all good recommendation where we could start. How to implement your recommendations right now. I am starting Llama 3.3 from llama.exe interface. How I can form even first Step quantization. Let's ask some question, and we received question very answer very similar from our one Pro. Of course, first in his quantization, memory savings, half of memory footprint, faster computation, practical tips, post-training quantization. Okay, structured sparsity. Pruning removes weights. Okay, it's the same similar approach which was suggested by one, but it's described better by help and some tips. Teacher-student approach, hybrid or mixture of retrieval argument generation. Again, with smaller application, of course, distribute split interface, hardware specific optimization, distill a large model into smaller student high level capabilities. Okay. Can you provide how to implement your recommendations? Let's start with distillation. I am using Llama 3.3 in llama.exe interface. So let's see, because the tooling is still evolving, the exact comments may change over the time. Llama works with GGML-based models by default, the same format used by Llama CPP. Typical quantization level in GGML include Q4, Q41, Q8, etc. If your model is in standard Hugging Face format like bin or PTH files, you need to convert it into GGML file. Obtain or convert the base model. If you have a standard, you need to convert, and then quantization tools or method using a Llama built-in commands provide convert subcommand, sometimes referred to as quantize, in older docs that can handle both conversion and quantization in one go. Convert from model to quantize outline. Let's see if we can do that very quickly on Llama. And let's just ask for help. Maybe we could use create, because I don't see convert. Help quantize model to this level. Create model and flex. Name of the model file, help to create, quantize. Okay, to see how we can quantize model in Llama, of course, it's better to ask some chats with access to internet, but right now it's also good. Okay, so I suggest that it will take a lot of time, but looks like we could do something with that, even without, even on my computer. But it's interesting question which we need to discover, and we just step into that discovery. AI hallucination, fueling scientific breakthrough. A recent article from New York Times discussed how AI-generated hallucination are aiding scientists in dreaming up to big breakthroughs, turning the typically seen as an error into creative tool. About AI hallucination have been used to inspire scientists' discoveries. What are your thoughts on leveraging these unexpected AI outputs for innovation? Do you see any potential applications to this approach in your projects or other creative fields? Actually, I like those type of questions. Really, let's try to use our romantic developer. Okay, no, still don't want. Let's try to choose that romantic developer. Continue. Maybe later. Let's look very quickly. Okay, we can, you know what we can do? We can ask Copilot just something like summarize it page. Okay, it says that article. Let's look at the article itself. So the article from New York Times discusses how artificial intelligence hallucination, which are often criticized, can actually be beneficial in scientific research. This AI-generated hallucination are helping scientists make significant breakthrough in various fields such as cancer research, drug design, and weather prediction. For example, David Baker from the University of Washington used AI to design new proteins, leading to numerous patents and even a Nobel Prize. Despite some concerns about the term hallucination, many scientists see this AI imagining as available tools for innovation. You can read the full article here. Okay, so looks like, yeah, it's always hard to say, but sometimes what is hallucination? When model is do mistakes, basically, and it start hallucinating. We've seen that in Whisper, mm, but of course in scientific research, especially if we have good models, not in terms of AI models, but how to confirm AI results, really it could lead to some unexpected discoveries because model just looks somewhere which you normally will not look and normal model will not look. So it try can find some new gene or new connection, etc., etc. And if you will start looking into that, probably you will find something. So it's really interesting. Okay, so today news are slightly more interesting, of course. It may be even more complex for me. I wouldn't deny it. But yeah, we answered some questions from artificial intelligence, so-called, basically a one mini LLM model which tried to get a lot of context from news itself, news title itself, and ask us some question about it. It's did pretty good, but still we don't have a lot of. Mm, so in our results, if you will look, we don't have a lot of actual news. So if, for example, it's our class DS, discussion starters. So if we ask discussion starters, what we have here, can it search? Format news for prompt, maybe. Let's see. Listen one parameters news list. Okay. Um, we need to go and check discussion starters to find some method which generate questions. It's already questions, but what we can set, we can build prompt. Current transcript, previous. Okay, we can load context, of course. Now, let's just go with our test. Let's go here, do something like that. And for example, show the word. Okay, let's do that. No, not self, but DS. Okay, and let's use the code. Let's see if current transcript is proper one. Welcome, welcome. Okay, looks like good. Previous summaries. Let's just print it. So we at least have some part 160 software life is romantic developers in the latest installment has been setting the stream overall 159. Okay, 156. So yeah, interesting summaries. Let's see what our news looks like. So let's look world news. Can Donald Trump undo Joe Biden death penalty? BBC. Commute 37-day sentence. Federal prosecutor in death. Okay, Joe Biden moral wisdom. Take away from Medicaire's ethic report. Can they do that? White House ethic committee released its report. Opinion. So we received about 20 links about most recent news, and for some news we have more than one link, so that's why we have the same title but three news, the same title but three news. Next, Trump and attitude at the heart of Gates report. Okay, it's probably connected to the previous one. It's also collapses, cross wharf, and evacuation, Santa Cruz Wharf. So we have four articles in Cruz Wharf, and then Trump is testing U.S. expansion Panama, Greenland, and then it's about three news about Panama and Greenland, and then again some other news. So of course it doesn't have any summary of the news. What we can do, we can ask some questions. So we can ask a question from our models. How we can do that? And for that, let's go to our models. I have a file for getting context for generating discussion starters. Right now, it have only news title, but not news content Summary. Can you help to write code to get summaries for those? Yes, as well. Let's ask O1 Pro and let's ask O1. Maybe you know what? Let's ask ChatGPT also the same for or the same question. So let's see. For or should answer the fastest. So it's a include news content summaries to the article. We need to enhance the functionality, modify format news for prompt to include step to summarize the news content. Format, content, article, get content, summarize content, and it would be summary. Summarize content, it would be a summarization prompt, message, and execution. So we don't have content. Let's see what O1 thinks about that. Below examples. Fetch full article text. It's better. O1, thank you. Or by scrapping the link field. Pass the text to your LLM. Store the summary on the other articles render. Okay, content. Ideally, yes, it's ideally. Scrap and use an API if your news provider want to return the article body of summary. Not return a content. Yes, for simplicity, I like it. Um, oh, now returns. Now returns. Yeah, it's not what it do. Summarize article. Okay, messages, system response. Nice. Generate summaries for each new field for article, content, summary, article, summary, summary. Load content. Okay, context, display summaries in format. Pulling it all together. Okay. And let's see what we have in O1 Pro response. Use LLM like Llama Setup GPT. Okay, use local summarization model. Parse article text. Newspaper 3K to paste the article content pipeline. So news extractor, that general news summary. Summarize article. Get AI news. Summarize article. Article newspaper. Article. URL. Download. Parse. If it's less than 50, skip and otherwise. Do summarize. What is newspaper? Let's look for newspaper. If it's even supported yet. You see that the last commit into that branch but it was updated a lot of years ago. I believe it updated the last time 4 years ago. Maybe it's not the best place to do that. I understand that it's provide older older libraries and everything. I mean, one model because it's studied up to 2023, but it's I'd say too old. Let's see branches. Now we have only master, and for other active branches we don't have anything. And all other branches are even older. Okay, let's just look at the newspaper once again into description. Inspired by request. and glance. Okay, import. Okay, and it's our newspaper. I believe it's still is a very similar article and feature as we had before. Yeah, all their sites already not supported. So most probably I wouldn't use that library, but it's good. It's provided some working examples when we actually can scrap something. So, so let's do some research tomorrow on that. And oh, I forgot to switch my screen. Sorry. I did some research and you haven't seen what I'm doing. Yeah, sorry for that. Maybe even not tomorrow. Tomorrow would be a holiday. I still would be streaming, but maybe I just reply some questions and wish you a Merry Christmas, and that's it for today. Yeah, I wish you all upcoming Merry Christmas and other holidays, happy holidays, and of course, I wish you to live in the shine of the Christmas values of love, acceptance, and kindness rather than other uh, values, of course. Um, yeah, right now we are not moving too fast. We we are still looking into that, and I'm just not too uh, energized to do that work during the one stream. But I expected something like that, so yeah. Sometimes we need to do some, if not pauses, but at least uh, lower our speed just to be able to get to full speed slightly later. So, yeah, hopefully you will be okay with that. Uh, Maybe you have some ideas how we could move better or in proper direction. Just leave me a comment. And other than that, wish you a good day and all that good values of Christmas. So, guys, see you tomorrow or whenever you are ready. I'm still working on updating all the prompts, and probably once I update all the nice prompts, I'll regenerate some of my titles and description in my streams to be more exact about what we are talking about, because right now it's generate quite general titles and descriptions. The only thing it generate good, it's video sections. It's pretty precise. But for titles, it's very generic. But I'm using generic profile. I still have to implement much more clever profile for romantic developer. So yeah, see you.